In the meantime, let's go over our first news focus. 자, 그러면 첫 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 성리학 이념을 투영해 지은 조선시대 교육기관인 서원 9곳을 이제 한국의 서원으로 이렇게 묶었는데요. 유네스코 세계유산 등재가 확실시되고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Nine Confucian academies in Korea have been recommended by a UNESCO council to be inscribed on its World Heritage List. The application had been under deliberation since January 2018. Whether the academies will be inscribed will be decided at a meeting in Baku starting from June 30th. If successful, Korea will have 14 items on the World Heritage List. This is Korea's second attempt to add Sewon to the UNESCO list. The first attempt was deferred by the UNESCO Council in April 2016.
네, 한국의 서원, 영어로는 이제 서원 Korean Neo-Confucian Academies라고 불리고 있는데요. 이제 서원 9곳을 묶어놓은 것을 얘기합니다. 성리학을 전파한 시설이죠. 사설 교육기관이죠. So 9 Confucian academies in Korea have been recommended by a UNESCO council to be inscribed on its World Heritage List.
So we'll look at that word inscribe. Now, inscribe means to write or sometimes even to carve words or pictures or names or symbols onto something. Now,
Right.
the question is, why didn't we use the word write or carve? It's because the word inscribe has a connotation, a nuance of more formality, as well as being more permanent. So think of a sports trophy. Very often the names of the winning team members are inscribed upon that trophy.
오케이. 특히 이렇게 유네스코 월드 헤리티지 리스트와는 항상 붙어 다니는 그런 동사인데요. 등재하다, 등재되다 할 때 inscribe를 활용할 수 있습니다. And so these 9 Confucian academies will very likely be inscribed on the World Heritage List. The application had been under deliberation since early 2018.
So deliberation, of course, comes from deliberate. And deliberate means to think about or to discuss issues and decisions carefully. We sometimes will hear this in the news or in crime dramas. They might say that during a criminal trial, the jury will often deliberate for days or even weeks.
맞아요. 심사위원들이 이제 뭔가 심사숙고하다, 생각하다, 논의하다라고 할 때도 the judges will deliberate 이런 표현을 참 많이 씁니다. 그래서 원래는 이제 숙고라는 뜻이지만 여기서는 논의하다라고 볼 수 있을 것 같아요.
Now you have to be a little bit careful with this word because there's another word with the same spelling but a different pronunciation.
That's right.
일부러, deliberate.
deliberate하고 deliberate하고는 많이 다르죠. Maybe you can deliberately deliberate.
You should. I think if you were, indeed, I think it's almost hard to not do one without the other in that order, yes.
All right. And the first attempt was actually not last year, but back in 2016. The attempt was deferred.
So we'll look at that word finally here. To defer something means to put it off, to delay it to a later time, to postpone it. That thing can be an action, an event, a decision, a meeting, anything like that. Men in Korea, I definitely could be wrong here, but I think men in Korea can defer their mandatory military service up until age 28. I'm not 100% sure, but if
I'm
anyone
none the
knows,
wiser.
let us know.
I'm a woman. So
But you get the idea.
Yes, I do indeed. 그러니까 뭔가 보류하다를 뜻하는 defer가 여기서 쓰였는데요. 2016년에는 이제 한 차례 철회한 적이 있습니다. 그래서 defer가 여기서 쓰였고 이번이 이제 두 번째 시도다라는 의미가 되겠습니다. Let's listen to the story one more time.
9 Confucian academies in Korea have been recommended by a UNESCO council to be inscribed on its World Heritage List. The application had been under deliberation since January 2018. Whether the academies will be inscribed will be decided at a meeting in Baku starting from June 30th. If successful, Korea will have 14 items on the World Heritage List. This is Korea's second attempt to add Sewon to the UNESCO list. The first attempt was deferred by the UNESCO Council in April 2016.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 문화유산 얘기하면은 안동 한옥마을도 빠질 수가 없죠. 20년 만에 영국 왕실 가족이 다시 안동을 찾았습니다. 지난 1999년 엘리자베스 2세 여왕이 안동을 방문한 데 이어 이번에는 차남인 앤드루 왕자가 방문했습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Prince Andrew, Duke of York, visited Andong on May 14th. Among the many stops on his itinerary, 3 of them mimicked stops made by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, some 2 decades earlier. During his visit, the Duke planted an apple tree before relaying greetings from the Queen. In her message, the Queen commented on the warm welcome she received on the occasion of her 73rd birthday. The Duke also laid a fragment of ceramic as a prayer offering, just as his mother had done 20 years prior.
Yes, I remember that in 1999, and I thought, oh my goodness, the Queen, having been brought up in England.
I remember that as well for 3 main reasons. Number 1, because the Queen was in Korea. I felt that was significant. Number 2, it was her birthday. And number 3, as I understood it, that was one of the very few times that she rode in a car that was not made by a British manufacturer. It's a very famous RR manufacturer in Britain.
Right.
The Queen always rides in those, but she rode in a domestically produced Korean vehicle.
And it was also the first time she was on radio, as far as I know, because it was on our show.
I've heard that. I've heard of it. I've never seen photos. I've never heard the audio. I would love to hear that. Hopefully there's a record of that somewhere, because that
Right.
is a tremendous achievement.
Right. I mean, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, when it comes to not appearing on other radio shows, in England at least, I don't think she normally appears on, radio shows.
Right. I felt the only time that she spoke on air was from the comfort of her throne or
Right.
somewhere
I mean,
in
she makes
Buckingham.
annual speeches on television. And that's just something she does all the time, but not like a talk show
Right.
type thing.
That's
and that
that's
was unprecedented.
a good get, as they say in the business.
All right, so Prince Andrew, let's talk about him. Duke of York visited Andong on May 14th. Among the many stops on his itinerary, 3 of them mimicked those made by his mother.
So mimic basically just means to copy. And it's sometimes used in sort of a negative way. Kids sometimes when they're trying to tease each other and one kid says something and then the other kid might try to say it sort of in the same way as that one first kid said.
As that one first kid said?
Perfect. Thank you very much. That's well done. You mimicked me very well.
I did.
So that is exactly mimicking. And in this case, of course, the visits that the Duke made mimicked those that his mother did.
흉내내다라는 뜻의 mimic가 여기서 쓰였는데요. 실제로 흉내냈다기보다는 이제 기사를 좀 재미있게 쓰려다 보니까 굉장히 비슷한 그런 행보를 보였다. 이렇게 보면 되겠고요. During his visit, the Duke planted an apple tree before relaying greetings from the Queen.
So many of our listeners may know a relay race. It's that race in which the runners pass a baton between each other. And that's essentially the same meaning here. If you relay messages or relay messages, you are passing those messages on. So the Queen presumably gave the message to her son. Her son then traveled here to Korea and passed those on to the good people of Korea.
네, 전달하다라는 의미의 relay가 여기서는 쓰였습니다. And in the message, the Queen commented on the warm welcome she received on the occasion of her 73rd birthday.
Right, her visit in 99 was her 73rd birthday, and that expression, on the occasion of, it's a very formal expression that simply means a time when something happens.
뭐뭐를 이제 기념하여라는 뜻이죠.
Yeah.
그래서 이제 실제로 1999년도에 엘리자베스 2세 여왕이 방문을 했었는데 딱 20주년입니다. 그래서 그 20주년을 기념하여 여왕이 또 메시지를 전했습니다. And, she said, of course, back then she was very welcomed. She remembers it very well. 그리고 또 앞으로도 하회마을 주민과 또 안동시, 경상북도 분들과 분들이 이제 좋은 일들만 있기를 바란다라는 그런 메시지를 전했다고 해요.
I think also, if I remember that visit, there was some significance because she removed her shoes to
She
go into
did.
one of the buildings,
Yeah.
and that also was let's say, unique in protocol.
Yes, indeed. The Duke also laid a fragment of ceramic as a prayer offering, just as his mother had done.
A fragment. A fragment is a small piece of something that comes off something else. We sometimes hear this when there's a traffic accident. We might hear after the accident, there were fragments of glass scattered on the street.
Fragment, 그러면 이제 무슨 조각을 뜻합니다. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Prince Andrew, Duke of York, visited Andong on May 14th. Among the many stops on his itinerary, 3 of them mimic stops made by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, some 2 decades earlier. During his visit, the Duke planted an apple tree before relaying greetings from the Queen. In her message, the Queen commented on the warm welcome she received on the occasion of her 73rd birthday. The Duke also laid a fragment of ceramic as a prayer offering, just as his mother had done 20 years prior.
Let's remind our listeners of today's quiz.
Our quiz today asks this question. Teachers are indispensable pillars in every society. And this king, hundreds of years ago, is considered as the nation's teacher that gave Korea the priceless gift of its very own Hangul. Who was he? He was blank the Great. Is it number 1, Sejong, or number 2, Ganadara?
짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 1부에서는 추첨을 통해 총 5분께 쿨링 스포츠 젤 보내드리겠습니다. 노래 듣고 와서 세 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. This is Savage Garden, Truly, Madly, Deeply. 자, 세 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴보겠습니다. 미국 프로야구 LA 저저스 소속 류현진 선수가 메이저리그 진출 이후 처음으로 2주의 선수로 선정됐습니다. 한국인으로는 5번째로 이 상을 받게 됐는데요. Let's listen to the story.
Ryu Hyun-jin, who pitches for the Los Angeles Dodgers, has been named Major League Baseball's Player of the Week in the National League for the first time in his career. The left-hander threw 17 shutout innings with 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 hits to earn the recognition. He also pulled off a 4-hit shutout against the Atlanta Braves, marking his first shutout since 2013. On Sunday, he held the opposing team hitless until he conceded the game's only hit in the 8th inning.
네, 그렇습니다. 생애 첫 메이저리그 베이스볼 2주의 선수를 수상한 류현진 선수 소식입니다. Ryunjin, who pitches for the LA Dodgers, has been named Major League Baseball's Player of the Week.
So we'll kick it off with looking at to pitch, because that means to throw the ball to the batter in the game of baseball. So in case anyone's not familiar with the sport, that's what it is. When you throw the ball to the batter, that's pitching. The person who does that, of course, is the pitcher.
Right, exactly. 뭐 야구 좋아하시는 분들이 워낙 많아서요. 이런 표현 뭐 용어들은 잘 아실 것 같습니다. 피치 자체는 이제 뭐 던지다라는 뜻이 있죠. 그래서 네, pitcher 그러면 투수라는 뜻이고요.
And you'll actually also hear that word a lot outside of sports.
Right.
You might hear the term a sales pitch.
Yeah.
And that is similar. You're throwing an idea maybe to a customer. These days, you might hear the expression an elevator pitch. That means it's the sales pitch that you give in the elevator as you're going up to the manager's office. And then a very modern term, you might hear something called a pitch deck. And that is essentially just your presentation materials. You know, those ones you make on the online presentation program?
Yep.
That's
PowerPoint.
That's the one. And so that PowerPoint presentation in a more modern language is known as a pitch deck these days.
그렇군요. 피치가 이렇게 또 굉장히 다양하게 쓰이네요. 보통 sales pitch 그러면은 뭔가를 이제 홍보한다라는 의미가 있어서 가끔 저희 이제 모닝 데이트라든지 게스트들 모셨을 때도 그 피치를 하라 제가 말씀을 드리는데 뭐 공연이라든지 뭐 어떤 뭔가 뭐 앨범이라든지 이런 게 있을 때는 이것도 다 피치할 수가 있는 겁니다. 여기서의 피치랑은 의미가 좀 다르지만 홍보하다라는 의미가 있어요. Okay. So the left-hander threw 17 shutout innings.
So we'll look at that word shutout. In this case, it is a term used to describe the situation where one team fails to score any points. So I can give an example sentence here. The Samsung Lions shut out the NC Dinos by a score of 8-0.
Okay. 무실점이라는 뜻으로 여기서 쓰인 것 같아요. Shutout innings, 17 in fact, is how many. He threw 15 strikeouts and 1 walk and 5 hits, and he earned this recognition, Player of the Week. He also pulled off a 4-hit shutout against the Atlanta Braves.
The Atlanta Braves, yes, indeed, that was the team there. And to pull something off in this context means to succeed at what you are trying to do. So
Right.
if you imagine looking at someone's plan, you might say, you know, when I looked at the plan, I thought it was too complex, but the team managed to pull it off.
Every morning we manage to pull off a live show.
That's right.
뭔가 해내다라는 뜻의 pull off입니다. And in the case of Ryu, he pulled off a 4-hit shutout against the Atlanta Braves, marking his first shutout since 2013. Now on Sunday, he held the opposing team hitless until he conceded the game's only hit in the 8th inning.
That's correct. We'll look at that final word, to concede. If you concede something in this context, it means that you allow something to happen, and it usually has a nuance that it's something you're trying to prevent from happening. So, of course, as a pitcher, he is trying to prevent the other team from hitting, and he was doing very well at that, but then he conceded, he gave up, he allowed to happen just one hit.
네, 여기서는 이제 내주다라는 뜻의 concede가 쓰인 겁니다. And so he's become, as we said earlier on, the 5th only Korean to take home this title.
That's exactly right. First in his career for him, and for all Korean players, he is now the 5th.
네, 류현진 선수 이전에는요, 박찬호 선수, 김병현 선수, 그 다음에는 추신수 선수가 이 타이틀을 가져갔습니다. Of course, some of them took the title home more than once. Let's listen to the story one more time.
Ryu Hyun-jin, who pitches for the Los Angeles Dodgers, has been named Major League Baseball's Player of the Week in the National League for the first time in his career. The left-hander threw 17 shutout innings with 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 hits to earn the recognition. He also pulled off a 4-hit shutout against the Atlanta Braves, marking his first shutout since 2013. On Sunday, he held the opposing team hitless until he conceded the game's only hit in the 8th inning.
All right, well, let's check the answer to the quiz.
Well, our quiz today was asking about Korea's very own teacher who gave Korea the priceless gift of its very own Hangul. He was, of course, number 1, Sejong the Great.
네, 세종대왕님을 뜻하는 1번 세종 the Great. Congratulations to our listeners. 한가현님, 장영남님, 김혜주님, 그리고 끝번호 0396 쓰시는 분과 전종희님 모두 축하드립니다. 쿨링 스포츠 젤 보내드릴게요. 자, 선생님 오늘의 표현은요?
Well, today we'll go back again to News Focus 2. I'd like to look at that expression, on the occasion of. On the occasion of is a very fancy and formal way of saying when something happens. And of course, today, on the occasion of Teacher's Day, I would like to say a very happy Teacher's Day to everybody.
네, 그렇습니다. On the occasion of 그러면은 어떠한 기념일을 맞아서라는 뜻이 있습니다. 만약에 기념일이 아닐 경우에는요, 뭐뭐 할 때쯤이라는 즈음에라는 뜻도 있지만 이제 특별히 어떤 날이다라고 할 때는 기념일을 맞아서, 그래서 스승의 날을 맞아서 오늘 모든 스승님들께 감사하다는 말씀을 드립니다. On the occasion of Teacher's Day, we'd like to say Happy Teacher's Day. 이정옥 님이요. 저는 40년 전 중학교 2학년 때 어렵고 힘든 시기 때 큰 용기와 격려를 주신 담임선생님 백의인 선생님이 생각납니다. 라고 보내주셨어요. 40 years ago. You never forget these things.
Mrs. Dick still stands out in my mind. My
Yeah.
fifth grade elementary school teacher. I know she's not listening, but I'll say it anyway. Happy Teacher's Day, Mrs. Dick.
Right. I mean, the influence teachers have is just phenomenal.
Sure.
It goes on forever, really. 김정식 님은요, 대략 1990년대 초반에 경주의 학원에서 영어를 가르쳐 주시던 서화진 선생님 연락드리고 싶습니다. 라고 보내주셨어요. 모두 감사합니다. Well, I think that's about it for the first hour, but thank you, sir, as well.
As
선생님도
well to you,
감사드리고요.
and a happy Teacher's Day to you again.
Thank you so much. Well, coming up in hour 2, we have 영작 극장 and Travel with Alex. Let's get to that with a song by George Michael. This is Faith.